how's it going? Welcome back. So who's ready to become a rocket scientist? Actually, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. So welcome to the BeatBuddy original pedal. I have the BeatBuddy Mini. I rented it out for a month, and I just rented this one today for a month. So we will be doing some comparison videos, and I am going to end up buying this one in the end. This is the one I wanted. Now, our store in North Bay didn't have this one in stock, and didn't know when they were going to get any more, but could be any day, you know. But, you know, I'm kind of like, well, you know. And I was in Sudbury today, and they had one there, and I found out that, you know, when you have a long mcquade account, well, I got a few of them, it doesn't matter where you go in Canada, you can use your account anywhere. So I was like, well, sweet. So, yeah, I'll rent this. And so I rented it from their store there, but I'll be buying it through the Long mcquade store in North Bay when I'm ready to purchase it. In the meantime, there's actually a bit to learn on this thing. It's different because this thing is programmable in a lot of different ways. You can set up your drum kits the way you want them, type of thing, from what I understand from all the videos I've watched. And make your own patterns up on a program, throw them in here and use them. It's quite the unique machine, and it already comes packed with a whack load of stuff. And it has a 4 gig memory card to store a boatload of stuff on, and there's stuff I would imagine that's actually on the card. So we should actually confirm that while we're here. So I'm going to unplug the power. I'm going to pull the card out. We're going to plug it in. No SD card, so zip. You have to have the SD card. Now this thing powers on as soon as you apply power. There's no actual on and off switch for the pedal. That's just the sound of my speakers doing that noise. So we start out with standard drum set in blues, 4/4 timing, 100 beats per minute. And this is what we're going to get. Let me just turn the volume up a bit. So you'll see this little bar that moves across. That's kind of like a metronome type of thing. It gives you a visual of where you're at in the measure. So now you can click this again, and it does a fill. And there's 3 fills. Okay, then you can also click and hold a transition, and it goes to part 2. Click and hold again, back to part 1 again, and then double click, then your outro. Now, the tempo switch, you can use that to turn your beats up and down. .300 beats per minute is the fastest. And you can go as low as 40 beats per minute on this particular one. Okay. Now, let's get out of there. Now, I haven't actually even read the manual yet. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I got reading to do. Comes with a power supply. Will not run on batteries. Okay. So, it does come with its own power supply. I'd imagine if you had a battery-powered pedal board, you could plug it in because it is 9 volt. So you should be all right there as long as you got enough amperage to run it. As far as inputs go, you've got the headphones and volume control knob. Now, for some reason, this has to be up full because if you turn it down low, of course, it tells you where you're at. It switches between the headphone and this display if you're too low volume, and so I just put it to 100% and then it left me alone after that. Didn't bother me. So that's something I got to read about in the book, see if it's in there. Foot switch input, left mono, which is your standard, you know, plug your instrument into here, you know, whatever it is. Left and right, so you can have like stereo input. Output, same thing, you got left and right or just left mono only. There's your headphone jack there and a MIDI sync. You also have a USB port back here too to hook this to your computer so you can do firmware updates, because there is a firmware update that I think has to be done to this already. But I'm not going to do that until I purchase the pedal. I'm not messing with this thing until I actually purchase it. Like, I'm going to play around with it, you know, maybe do some programming, that sort of thing, you know, the usual stuff. But I'm not going to mess with the firmware update, and there is a sticker that came with it and a discount coupon card that I'm not messing with until I've purchased it, because I'm not doing that. So anyways, USB cable comes with it. Of course, your book. Supply your own cables to your amp. Talks about the visual metronome. Tells you how to use the arrows here, and a little bit about that. Does show you the BeatBuddy foot switch. I built my own for my Nux Loop Core pedal. It works with the BeatBuddy Mini, and it will work with this one. So that's not a problem. Or you can buy it if you want. Buy the actual box. I built mine. It cost me less money. Talks about support at mybeatbuddy.com. Download new content. mybuddybeatdog.com library. So you can get access to share the content you create, discover user-generated content, and discuss ways to use the BeatBuddy on our community forum. So I will definitely be joining that. There is a fair amount to learn on this, because this machine actually replaces your drummer, literally. You could just like kick your drummer out of the band and replace him or her with this. I guess to a certain point. But anyways, BeatBuddy Manager, okay. Now you can use third-party programs like GarageBand and other stuff. There's, what is it, an IK Media program the guy was telling me about. Could also work with this. I think Robin mentioned it to me too. Anyways, so that's the basic of the pedal. Now, volume knob is just volume. It doesn't, you know, there's no push-in type of thing. And of course, it can go up to 100% and really crank some juice out. Set it where you need it. Now, if you just turn the dial on the drum set, you can go through the different sets. And there's 10 main sets. Okay? So, say we want dance. Now, that's the dance drum set. Now, the genre is still blues, which is fine. Okay, but we can switch the genre around as well. So we push down on the tempo button. Now we're in blues, so what we need to do is hit the arrow button, and now we can get into stuff like Brazilian, brushes beats, country, drum and bass. So let's go drum and bass. And I think you just hit that again, yeah. Pretty good, I haven't even read the manual, I'm learning already. So let's fire that up. So it's really not that hard to use this thing. You know, you can figure stuff out just pressing some buttons. And you want to slow that down. What I like to is, you know, you can speed it up or slow it down while you're going. Get just that right thing that you want. So say I don't like that. Let's try number 10. So we don't like that, so let's go in here. Let's go into country. Let's try this one. Now we're in the standard drum set, but I want rock. Genre is country, 4/4 timing. Transition, part 2. So press the back arrow, and let's check out. Let's check out hip hop. Hip hop number 1. Drum set is dance. Now this is stuff that comes with the pedal already. And all this stuff is on the SD card that comes with it. It's 4 gig card, so. Can really make this thing thump my house. So if we just rotate the drum set, let's go to brushes. So the drum set is brushes with hip hop. Okay, so let's get out of there. Let's check the metal one out. So you got 12 different metal sets here, so let's try that one out. Metal 12. Let's try 8. See that little da-da-da-da-da-da-da? That's in every metal beat. I don't know why, but I actually find that annoying. Try number 4. Yeah, same thing. I guess it's just part of metal. So let's get out of metal. Try this one, Brazilian. See what this does. That's kind of cool. So you can press this while you're going and just switch it on the fly too. Bossa Nova. That's the standard drum set for Bossa Nova, so let's try Latin drums with Bossa Nova. Kind of interesting. So there's a lot in here that you can make use of in so many ways. And like I said, you can put your own stuff in, design your own stuff up any way you want. You know, slammer in there. Pretty much the sky's the limit from what I understand about this pedal, which is another reason why I wanted it. Is like, okay, I'm not a drummer personally. No room in here for drums. Not again anyway. But this is something that you can be a one-man band with if you wanted to. If you really wanted to replace your drummer bad enough, you might be able to replace your live drummer with this without any hassle. Because some people have actually said that on YouTube. You could actually just kick your drummer out of the band and, you know, replace him or her with this. And it's like, well, that's kind of insensitive and cruel in one sense, but, well, if you don't like your drummer, you know, and at least this stays on absolute perfect time all the time and doesn't do any wild stuff, which was another comment made. So, you know, I'm not insulting any drummers. I mean, I'm just repeating what I've heard. But the fact, too, you can hook it into your computer system, download, upload. There's firmware updates, actually, that this thing already has a firmware update that needs to be done. But I'm not doing it until after I've purchased the pedal. You know, I'm just renting it, so I'm only going to mess for now with what's in here. And maybe make up a couple of my own files and figure out how to do stuff. As I learn more about this pedal, though, guys, I'm going to show you about this pedal. You know, like how to do certain things with it, with programs and whatnot. And I'm going to do a comparison video too of the BeatBuddy versus the BeatBuddy Mini, because they are totally different worlds, you know. And now this thing at Long and McQuade, now this is Canadian prices too, but at Long and McQuade this pedal sells for $4.19. The BeatBuddy Mini, sorry, sells for $1.69 at Long and McQuade. Good prices, you know. No complaint there. I don't know how much the actual foot pedal switch thing costs for the original one. I'd actually have to check that on their website and see, but because I don't know, I might buy it just to have it on this thing, but I did build one that works just fine, so it's not like I need it. I need this part, you know. But like I said, as I learn more, you guys learn more. I just wanted to, you know, show you guys this pedal, a little bit about it, and how to navigate a few things anyways that I've learned really fast about it. So, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to use this thing. It's not that hard. Just as you've seen here, it's really not that hard to go through and mess with stuff, you know, and you can do it just that easily. But I will agree with BeatBuddy. It is definitely best to put it on either a home stereo, PA system, or an acoustic amp. Like I said, you could probably get away with a bass guitar amp or a keyboard amp because they are extremely clean, and they would have the right frequency responses too, especially for the drum part, you know, and that would be where I would use it. I have tried the BeatBuddy Mini on my guitar amp, and along with external effects going through this pedal, and I got this delay warbly sound thing going on with my guitar when I hit any of my distortions and overdrives. Didn't like it, and so anyways, I just run it independent, which the whole idea is it's an independent machine anyhow, so who cares, you know. Because if you do put this to your guitar amp and you don't have pedals but you want effects, you cannot use your built-in effects on your amp with this pedal, or it makes the pedal sound like crap. So, and then like I mentioned before too, is, you know, if you had to adjust your bass, mids, and trebles for the pedal on your guitar amp and you still want your guitar through here, well, you affect your guitar too, so you're going to lose a lot of control there over your guitar. So it is actually best to have a separate amplifier that they recommend, or PA system or home stereo system, to hook in with this pedal. Or like I said, try a bass amp or keyboard amp, which is another option. But it is definitely worth having, especially if you're just jamming. But this is more designed for professionals. So all intermediate and pro players are the ones who are going to benefit from this a lot, and they're the ones who are also going to be more easily afford this pedal, because $4.19 is quite a chunk of a change, you know. The BeatBuddy Mini, like I said in my review on it, you know, it's for beginners, and you know, intermediate guys would probably like it as well, but it is more for beginners and students. And all of these drum beat machines, regardless of what you do get in the end, they will all help you keep your timing, because even when your timing goes to crap, this thing stays on, so you can just listen for that first beat to start again, or watch the visual at the same time and restart your song and get back on track again, and you will become a better player faster by having a drum machine. Now this also has a metronome in it, I understand as well, and I don't like metronomes. I hate them, and most of us do. We find them useless pieces of garbage, but we love drum beats because that's how we get into the music, the groove of the music, and we play, and that's where the soul and everything comes through, your tone in your fingers and everything, because you have another accompaniment, which in this case is a drum pedal, you know, and it does actually help you a lot. Even since I've been using drum pedals, like either through my keyboard or my Nux Loop Core before I even rented the BeatBuddy Mini, when I started using those, and even a few years back, when I had keyboards with drum machines in them, I found that it did really improve my playing a lot and helped me keep my time a lot better, you know. And it's something that's important in music. You have to be on time, you know. And so anyways, that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to some more. I don't know when I'm going to do the review on this thing, but I can tell you right now, it is definitely an awesome pedal, and I think it's definitely worth the money. But I want to find out more and more about this too before I give you guys like any of your star ratings that some of you like and whatnot. But definitely so far, very impressed with this. Very happy. So we shall catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.